It is the final match of Super Week. It's been a wild one. The crazy weather in the South created this nutty week of matches. Major next week, Joe. It's going to be a crazy time.
It absolutely is. Both of these teams battling for first place. And I would say two of the top four teams on one side for LA Thieves, you have been rolling. Things have been looking good for Dallas Empire. You're getting wins, but, you know, they're going the distance. They're going to those map 5s. So it should be a very fun match.
Well, let's take a look at our Game Fuel featured player. It's going to be Huke, the nuke. The guy has been, I don't know, game changer, X Factor, playmaker, whatever you want to call him. But he has had this takeover ability and maps for them. And we knew he's been capable of it. But I guess, you know, last year, a lot of the times it was Shotzzy. This year, we thought it might be iLLeY in the flex spot. But when someone has to drop a bomb, it's been Huke.
Yeah, I mean, he is arguably a top 3 player so far throughout this title. I mean, he really does it all in search and destroy. He's putting up the big bombs they need in respawns. He's breaking, like, controlled defensive setups. It feels like when they need a play, it's him. And then what I love, the last time we watched the Dallas Empire in the Astro Listen, which I'm going to be listening for today, was his leadership, really. It really was. And you'll see it here. Yeah, I mean, he's top 4 in literally everything AD-wise.
Yeah, and I know KD's not everything.
It tells a lot.
There's a lot that goes into it, but
yeah.
it tells a story.
Yeah.
And yes, he has been frying, and they've needed him to, because it's obviously been a little rocky for them. The results haven't been exactly what we'd expected at all times, but that's our Game Fuel featured player in Huke, and he is part of the Dallas Empire. Your reigning champs from the inaugural season of the Call of Duty League. Let's meet the squad.
Dallas Empire have smashed the gates open. Oh no, Huke is in, you bait. Oh, it's a shot punch. Oh no! Once again, they saved the day.
A roster that obviously had to make a hard choice after last year, and Clay removed from the team, and they just had a very passion-filled matchup, a crazy Game 5 victory over them. You put a lot into that one. I think it was important to all the players, considering you know, the position they're in this year. Does that matter at all going into this match?
I mean, maybe it's something that gets them sort of rolling, right? To clutch up in that control, get a reverse sweep. I mean, maybe that just gets them clicking. It was looking very, very bad there for a while. Those first 2 maps, they go down 0-2. They had to make some crazy plays. But, yeah, I think a win like that just maybe reminds them, like, hey, we're not even playing our best, and we're doing this. We're winning. Like, let's step it up where we have to step it up. And they know how good they can be.
Yeah, we just haven't seen the best of them yet, but maybe we'll see it here. And they've got a very, very tough matchup. A new team to the league this year. Owner, Nadeshot, handsome, talented. It's the Thieves. Let's check out the roster.
Jumping my gang with my squad. What the fuck you want? So I got people just doing there and I'm never strong. Sometimes I get so high, I never land. Ain't no need to overthink it. I already understand. They be plotting on my downfall and need another plan. But we welcome all that hating. I'm like, thank you, come again. Made a stack off the game and gave 100 to my man. I don't owe no money to him. I just did it because I can.
Los Angeles Thieves, they're maybe the only roster that have sort of just cruised to this point. Like, I feel like FaZe, even though they're undefeated, they had, you know, some Game 5s, some disappointing performances in spots. Like, other than like 3-0 versus Subliners where every map was really tight, they've had some close maps, but I don't know. Do you feel like they've just been kind of the only comfortable team to this point?
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously they're undefeated. They've won everything in their group so far. I think the NYSL match was very, very close. Yeah, but like when they've had to clutch up in a respawn, they do. When DJ takes over a search and destroy, it's over. Yeah, they seem to be on point right now. They really do.
Yeah, and obviously this is on paper coming into the year. This was the toughest matchup for them within their group. But you have Empire and all the expectations behind that team. So you can say, yeah, I mean, they've had their 4 easiest matches, maybe to this point. But I just, yeah, I don't know. It almost feels like they haven't really been tested, because even though, yes, those maps were closer to Subliners, it still was a 3-0 on the scoreboard. I guess I kind of want to see them tested here, like go down 0-1, 0-2 and see how they get out of it. It's not the worst thing to just dominate to get to the major, but I don't know. I'm hoping we get something wild from this one. But let's take a look at our game field keys to victory before we hop into the matchup. We'll go through both of the squads. We're going to start off with Thieves. Joe, what did you think?
I mean, balanced effort in respawns, 9 and 2 combined record and hardpoint and control, all of them contributing. There's not really a standout when you look at their stats. You know, kind of similar to like OpTic with Dashy, you can't count on TJ to dominate every S&D. You know, you need a better S&D out of Temp this series. You know, sort of his SMG duo. I'm looking at that. Don't allow Dallas to make a comeback. Close out games and opportunities presented. We just saw what could happen. When you have the opportunity to shut it down, shut them down.
Yeah, just put them down. Like, they are a championship caliber team. Obviously, they're coming off a world championship win. They're never out of it. Put the dagger firmly in the back and end it. But to your TJ point, it's not like Temp has to go big at all times. Not at all. It's just that TJ's not going to go 12-0 for map and search. It's not going to happen. Eventually, he's going to have an off map. We just haven't really seen it yet. He's been frying at another level. But if he does have an off map, yeah, I think you and I are both looking at Temp to make some plays. Now on the other end of it, Dallas Empire. Go.
Yeah, I mean, you can't come out flat, right? You can't go down 0-2 every series. I know they don't want to, but that is absolutely a key here. LA Thieves are trying to make a statement. Huke and Shotzzy have to contain TJ and S&D, right? You talk about those opening duels. We're going to have some bangers in Search and Destroy. You talk about Huke maybe going up to TJ, Shotzzy. But yeah, that's where you're sort of looking for Temp there. And I just want to see a little bit more consistency out of iLLeY in the flex role. He's kind of the one guy at times that just feels a little streaky. Like, I think in the control against NYSL, he was like -12, but he had like a 3 or 4 spree to end the round 5, which basically like won them the game. Like, it just feels like in that role right now, he's not as comfortable as maybe I would like to see him. I definitely had some big expectations for him, but I think he knows that. He is a grinder. I expect him to turn things around.
Yeah, it was odd because when you and I were talking through this stuff last night, like, I feel like when we hopped to like iLLeY's POV, like, he's frying beam and not missing a bullet, and I look at the stat line, I'm like, he had like an okay map. Like, I don't know what it is exactly, but yeah, it's been kind of our key to victory for them for a couple weeks now. It feels like. Can iLLeY get a little bit better in that flex role? But this is where the Group A standings are. So, Joe, let's talk a little bit about implications here and what it means. So, if Empire win, they get the 1st seed. Thieves drop the 2nd. Subliners will end up in 3rd. The other way around, if Thieves win it, Empire actually drops all the way to 3rd, and I think Subliners jump to 2nd, correct?
I would have to look at my phone, double check that.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that's correct.
Okay.
So it does matter for some other teams. I don't think the graphic we just had up is correct, because I think Subliners are a lock for top 3 right now, unless that was maybe before their match today. I didn't look at it exactly, but Subliners, I believe, are top 3 regardless.
Well, the big thing here is Dallas can either finish 1st or 3rd. If they win, they get 1st. If they lose, they get 3rd. In which, when you look at the bracket, they would play the 2nd team in Group A. Guess who that is? That's OpTic. So I guess for the Dallas Empire side, not only would you love 1st place, you probably don't want to play OpTic in a 1st round matchup. I mean, all the matchups are going to be tough. We know it. But you would love 1st. You would love to have that winners round 1 bye. For LA Thieves, I mean, a win here, you get the bye. If you get 2nd to me isn't the worst place, because they would play the Guerrillas in round 1. I think they should be able to beat the Guerrillas in round 1. But, I mean, with maybe some preparation, the Guerrilla, it's a little bit different when you kind of know your opponent. Maybe they can prepare a little bit different. Guerrillas can be a very good search and destroy team as well. So it could get a little, basically win the game, get 1st. A bye sounds awesome.
Hold on, I'm looking at my phone right before this. Yes. So Minnesota's already locked at 4th. Okay. So yeah, that graphic was not correct. Yeah. So New York is in the top 3. Like, it's just whether they're 2nd or I was too when I first looked at it. It's whether they're 2nd or 3rd, and you nailed it. The reason 3rd's such a big deal. Yeah, I don't want to play OpTic 1st round. Hell no, that sounds horrible. That's not. It's not what you want at all. So definitely pressure on Empire here to go big. More on them certainly than on Thieves, you would say. And then for Clay and the NYSL side of it, yeah, you're rooting for an Empire upset, which is odd because you were just desperately trying to beat them, but now you are pulling for them.
I mean, I don't really know if they care who they play right now, honestly. Just the kind of form they've been in.
You might be right.
I really don't think they mind whoever they play. They've sort of been in the gauntlet since the start of it, just trying to figure out. But off to raid hardpoint, interesting stat. Neither of these teams have played an official raid hardpoint in a match. So both looking to go 1-0 or 0-1. Off the start, a good amount of time for Empire. They're going to find the final 10 seconds. They do, though, have LA Thieves already set up inside a kitchen. But towards the back and playing the spawns will be the Empire.
Let's go to our Game Fuel featured player. It's going to be Huke. And well, that's an example of why he is the featured player. Quality shots there. But on the other side of it, Crim is on 5 in a row before he falls. Kenny 4 in a row on the other side. But Huke right back into the mixer.
Well,
right into the hard point.
I was going to say, after that Huke play, Kenny found 5 kills. He's up to 6-2.
Yeah.
But Huke, his team had the spawn. He spawns up, gets right back into it. You can just see what makes him such a special player. Just, you know, he plays his life really well. He can do it all. He really can. His Dallas Empire continue to fight their way through. Now, this has to be a big hold for LA Thieves. It just has to be, because you get in a position where if you lose Garage, that's 3 hills in a row. You're looking at a major deficit. Slasher is going to spawn up. You have Kenny inside a courtyard. This should get traded, and it will. Meanwhile, on the other side, have some pressure out of iLLeY. Trying to do what he can, but he's all alone right now. But you actually see number 1, Kenny spawns out. So they have a 4 versus 3 if they fly right now.
Yeah, it's just what timing does Kenny get? Does he end up coming up behind him and finding a pick as the push comes in? But iLLeY does find the entry. You've got a chance they pick it up. It's Crim.
Oh,
Crim picks it up. Kenny's going to get dropped. There's the break, and now Thieves are in trouble. Big trouble. Already down 60. They lose control nearly instantly. 5 in a row for the man you said had to pick it up. It's iLLeY sitting at 6-3, 9-4 for Crim, and Huke popping off since the beginning. What a start from Empire.
Yeah, huge break. Gonna be up towards 100 points. That's just what happens when you lose 3 hills in a row. I guess the best thing for them, I don't think you have streaks on the side of Empire, so basketball court coming up next. You can find a full 60 here, which will make the scoreline look a lot less ugly. Yeah, so no streaks were earned at least. But they need this one. I mean, you lose this one, and the map's almost over.
Yeah, that's how it would feel. But if you're Empire, you're in such a good spot. You have a massive lead. You're looking for another break, but you are on point. One of our keys to victory was not coming out flat. They did not come out flat. They came out on fire. Let's go to an Astro listen-in with Empire.
He's one bullet.
I'm one shot as well.
Back it, dead.
NL weak.
We can probably hit hill.
Yeah.
Money. He went inside.
He's gonna fly mid.
You're running.
I'm one shot here.
He's just going there.
Yeah, I'm one shot.
Honestly, I'm going.
I'm dead. I got naded.
Good. L, Kenny dead.
Play
Good
like.
job, baby.
He's dead. I cut Teach.
I get a good rotation right here. Full 60. I spawn laundry, yo. There's spawning.
Austin old one shot.
I don't know where they're spawning. I spawn laundry. I'm holding laundry though.
Yeah, one could be in
One
there.
new. Yeah, it's a new. Donnie dead. Fucking
Nice,
smoke.
good job.
Z.
Easy. Who?
I'm on
Yeah,
it.
2.
Z dead. Another guy's Z board right now.
Try and
Challenge.
get one.
No, he's one
He's
shot.
one shot. You're good.
I'm
Get
gonna
him, stay down. Stay down. I have
Yeah,
One
one.
guy could have got a Z. No.
I have one.
We're good.
Water teacher.
Kitchen.
Yeah.
Donnie, child, one bullet.
Your water with teacher was hurt.
Sit down.
Watch out.
10 pillars. Sit down. Make a win.
Watch your kitchen.
One shot, one water. Nice. Yo.
Watch out,
I spawned
Kitchen dead.
Nice.
Z.
Full steps on.
You're gonna be seeing full steps.
Yeah, 20 on full step.
I'm looking Z.
I think my favorite part of that, I think it was Huke, but whoever was like trying to pick up the spawn, and then at one point he goes, I don't know where they're spawning.
I have no idea, actually. I actually, yeah. I mean, very intense, though, right on. You can just tell it's a little bit of a different match for them. Really bringing the intensity. Shots, he was talking some smack. His mic, by the way, it sounded beautiful and crisp. Just different than the others. But they fight back in. They're going to keep this lead. LA Thieves with a nice basketball hold. For the Dallas Empire, they get majority of this time here. Now it's a fight back for that first hill over towards ring. Kenny and Slasher already there. They find a couple of kills. But that was a big bounce back of basketball. It was much needed from LA.
Just a reminder of how crucial this is for Empire. If you win, you got to buy. You're chilling till like Friday. Tournament starts Wednesday. If you lose, you're playing OpTic round 1. Maybe that's why you're hearing the passion and they're coming out on fire, but that massive lead, it chipped away at.
And And that's what Røkkr can do. I mean, with the way the hills work, spawns, it takes some time. They can be difficult to break. So when you're getting those holes, you have to convert them into time. We didn't see that from LA Thieves, but now we're starting to see it. Basketball over towards Ring now. Haven't had a lot of pressure out of the Dallas Empire. Temp starting to heat on up to a 5 spree. They also have spawns for next with 12 seconds left. You see Empire, they gotta go. Well, Slasher and Temp are gonna be ready for it. You have Slasher inside of Money, Kenny locking down Zig. A big comeback, and it's one of the reasons they've been so tough to beat. Just fundamentally, they know what they need to do going into the map.
Yeah, now they're thinking, all right, we did it. If we didn't screw up at Garage, we're probably, we got a big lead. So now can they do this better? Can they hold Kitchen and maybe do a better job on the other side of it? And well, granted, they'll be in a much different position if they actually get the Kitchen hold throughout this. But we're back to our game field feature player. He's trying to get the entries. He is able to take down one, but TJ ready for the second challenge. So far, they've traded efficiently enough that they're still getting the time inside of the point. There's a one-on-one on the point, and TJ is going to win that. Huke getting kills mid. But in the objective, it's still TJ. TJ's like stayed alive this entire time. Won like 3 different one-on-ones at the point, allowing his team to kind of focus on the rotation across. The one person here is going to be Huke, and then what, the rest of the Thieves roster.
Yeah, I was just saying, I actually love that play with like 25 seconds. Huke is over here already. Both of those players probably going to spawn out. They absolutely do. So Huke makes the play, finds 3. There's only one player left in Kenny. He wins that rotation by himself. Up to 22 kills, leading his team. Well, it gives them those spawns. And that's another one. What? That's the second garage in a row. You have the rotation. You have the man advantage. You lose it if you're the LA Thieves.
And that just felt good. Because sometimes we go to our game field feature player because we need to. And sometimes they just get smoked. But in that particular situation, Huke just lit up the entire roster of Thieves. It had a massive break there for Empire, but getting right back into it as Thieves. About a 25-point difference between these two teams. Temp, TJ, aligning it up. We'll have just about a tie game if they get the remainder of this time. But yeah, that was a brilliant moment from Huke.
A brilliant moment, but actually, I mean, it was LA Thieves who broke with about 35 seconds left. And it's just not the worst thing
fast,
if you're Empire, because you will have the basketball set up. You get enough time here, you win the map. Last time through, Dallas Empire couldn't get the break. We'll see. The Thieves try to go for this. Temp trying to win a one-on-one towards the back. They're going for kitchen control. The trades right now go the way of Empire. That's all they have to do. They keep the man advantage. Pressure now coming from low water. Slasher trying to get into a position, but he's got to wait for his teammates. You can just see they're trying to go for cutout. They're trying to go for money, and then from that position, they can try and hit both sides. That'll be the play. Here they go. Here comes the break.
And the break is through, and
is it? Is it? Okay.
Well, okay, yeah, there it is. Well, the problem, they were all stacked up so far in the back. Like, the spawn was so close for Thieves, right? Like, you had no one pushed up to money, no one pushed up at all. The Thieves spawn close, they're able to flood it, but answering right back will be Empire. Now, they cannot win it here. They can get within 5 or so points if they get the rest of this time. But the next hard point we head to is really where Thieves started that rally to come back when they went down big in the opening. I got a feeling this one's going to be going down to the final seconds.
Yeah, Temp. You saw he tried to make the play, actually, to just get that player off the scrap time, and he's going to get taken down. Kenny gets taken down as well. Crim and Huke, they find the openings. They fly on through. The setup just wasn't as crisp as you would want if you're the LA Thieves. iLLeY finds 2 more. Dallas Empire close it out. It is the hot start for Empire. LA Thieves try to bring it back. You get close, but it's a couple of big breaks from the Empire that wins them the game.
Yeah, I was wrong. I really thought with their, trying to get into that setup with them mid-map that, they were going to kind of push this one the distance, but it was a story of breaks.
And we've seen that a couple times where you're on board with Temp with like 10 seconds left to scrap. He's thinking he wants to win a one-on-one on basketball court just to get them off scrap. I don't know if it's worth it because he gets taken down and that kind of changes the setup a little bit. If he gets into money in kitchen, it is difficult for the Empire to get through because you had a player sort of watching water stairs. You had a player inside a ring. With him going down, that's when you see the slide out come out. The player on the hill is basically in a 1 versus 2.
Yeah, because I guess, is it really that big of a difference if they have 245 or 240?
I don't know.
I mean,
it could be, right?
Yeah, I guess, but Yeah, I agree with you. I think your focus just has to be on next. If they can't win the game on court, put whatever you can into locking down the next one. If it's going to be a difference of 5 or so seconds. But let's look through the stats. Ton of damage from Kenny. He had that hot stretch. I think we were watching Huke where he really lit it up. He's got like, what, 2,000 more damage than really the rest of his team. On the other side, Huke, I mean, 28-19, over 5,000 damage, but relatively balanced from Empire.
I mean, he's just doing it, though, with a 74U. That's the difference maker. The impact he's making, how much quicker he can be.
Yeah, no, Huke is a monster. There's a reason we were gassing him coming into this. The guy's a beast. We've been looking forward to this matchup. It's for first place in the group. Lots of implications. Thieves, Empire continues on after this quick break.
Like, I've had enough of this. Fun and game's over. Ah! Somehow he finds that kill. Lines them up. Unbelievable.
I cock back, take a shot, get the kill switch.
Lining up for 10th though. He's able to take down 3. Woo!
The major's coming up Wednesday the 3rd. It starts off our first major tournament of the year. Cannot wait. And Joe, I realized that I said something completely backwards during the break. And well, we're going to see that reflected in our Astro Social soundboard. I don't know why I said it correctly and then I said it wrong a minute later. So as you see from play, they're big LA Thieves fans because that puts them in second, not in third. I thought for some reason he was rooting for Empire. No, they need Thieves to get first for them to get to second and avoid that first round matchup with OpTic. So no, Clay's still battling against Empire even when he's not playing him.
Yeah, sorry. Sometimes those things where you send text, you read them once, you get confused a little bit. There's all
wait,
scenarios in your head.
Right.
Yeah, I get it. It's okay. It's all right.
Oh. Yeah, well, I'm a moron, but we'll continue on. But that's the scenario. So he's rooting for Thieves to take this so they get that second spot, which would be, I think it would shock a lot of people.
Absolutely.
To see NYSL in a second seed, I think it would shock just about anyone on the planet. If we're talking, well, maybe not now, but like if you're talking about going into the first match of the season,
A week
I
ago,
don't think anyone's solid about
would
spot.
shock us. It's okay.
Yeah,
Recent
100%.
results much
100%.
different, but yeah, 100. I mean, NYSL and in their improvements, just watching them throughout group stages is, yeah. I mean, well, you have groups, right? So you can get those repetitions, get the experience under the young guys' belt, and they get better and better.
All right, now our big key to victory here. On one side, it's kind of like if a TJ isn't dominating like he has been in Search, Content maybe pick up the slack as he's been one kind of struggling a little bit, but it's hard when TJ is killing everyone. And on the other side of it, you were looking at Huke and Shotzzy to slow down TJ. So we'll see on a map like Checkmate how this plays out. We saw this how important plane control was and the madness of it in the last matchup. Eyes on again here.
With the XM4, just maybe trying to find a pick. Yeah, it'll be a little bit tougher, I think, for TJ though, right? It's not really like a Moscow where he's leading the charges every single round and can kind of peek over. I mean, he made some big plays in the plane, but the player going to be in the plane will be Temp. TJ on the other side finds that first blood. Never mind. Finds the first blood. Temp, though, he gets traded out quickly. Shotzzy be so good in here with his movement. Able to stay alive. iLLeY able to find the second. The trade's going back and forth. We're into a 2v2. And they're trying to commit to the bomb, and Shotzzy going to get caught.
Yeah, tries to finesse. Can't quite do it. Now on Huke. Our Gatefield featured player. Kenny clutch up. 1 versus 2. 25 seconds to go. Puts it to a 1 versus Kenny. And oh my lord, I thought for a second the slide and the snap were on point, but Kenny, the other guy going off in that map 1, able to close it out, and we'll see a best play from him earlier in the round.
Yeah, it's like hot hand versus hot hand, right? And this is actually Kenny's 3rd kill of the round. Maybe if it's anyone else, he wins that one, but Kenny, a very good map 1. Matched him in slaying, put up 30 kills, and well, he continues. 3-0 start for him.
All right, let's swap sides. Thieves now to offense. Kenny's POV as he's 3-0. We'll see if he can find the first blood in the early action again. Well, nope, he found the first bullet, then tried to back down, and Crim put him down. TJ gets a kill basically at the same time. Then Huke right back, and then iLLeY. It's down to just TJ. And he's had some of the most spectacular performances we've seen in Search. Does he have another one up his sleeve? 1 versus 3 chance. He's already got 1 down. Now just Crim and iLLeY to take care of in a ton of time. A ton. There's almost a minute on the clock. Let's see what he can do. Iceman. Looking for the ice. 1 versus 1.
On the
First Crim. The winningest player in Call of Duty history, but TJ, just the instincts he has for search and destroy. TJ now can get bomb and see how he tries to work this plant.
I don't really blame Crim either. This would probably be me as well. Just act up, just trying to find an angle. Crim, I think, going to spot him. He is. How does this change everything? He could find a timing, but he gets him on the plant. TJ going for it. He's going for it. He's going to run into him, and he stays alive for now, but he is 1 HP. And he jukes Crim. He jukes him.
Oh, he's so sneaky. TJ with the ice. 1v3. Unbelievable from TJ as he does it again.
That challenge right there. You know, he gets a freebie on Huke because they don't know where he is in his position. iLLeY and Crim have to play that together. They have to play that together. They play, I mean, they give them just 2 individual one-on-ones. iLLeY gets caught peeking. Crim's not even there to trade. A lot of those rounds just comes down to that, but TJ, again, finds the ace up to 5-1. This man can do it all. There's no shot, right? No shot, okay. That's called a heat check. That's a heat check right there. That is 100% a heat check. Guy's trying to map people with the 74U.
Yeah, no,
I didn't even blame him. I'd be doing the same thing.
It's like Steph Curry when he's on one, you see him pull up from 50 feet out. Like, it's just going for it. Oh, God. Well, TJ's out of the round, so that bodes well for Empire's chances. Or does it? 2 will drop. Now a 3v2 for Thieves. And they just pick them apart. Numbers advantage again for Empire. They get the first blood onto TJ. And then every single other kill goes to Thieves.
Yeah, I think it's some unfortunate timing here for iLLeY. Obviously, Huke and Shotzzy are trying to work the bomb. And it doesn't happen. iLLeY gets spotted, so Slasher gives the call out. And Crim just left alone. But I mean, you've had man advantages, right? You had the 1v3. They're right there. You get the first blood on TJ.
Yeah, and we've talked about this with a bunch of teams. You know, Mutineers having that problem.
Sometimes
we
it's
talked
just
about the last series, but Empire, you and I have brought this up multiple times. I mean, their match versus Røkkr, where they threw away numbers sometimes. They have struggled with it this year, 110%, and it looks like it's still a problem.
Able to find another first blood on the Kenny. TJ now trying to find the opening and not going to find it. iLLeY gets him. So they're in the 2v4. Flasher and Temp gonna try and work something. It's gonna have to be a hero
You have
play.
to win this round. You have to win this round. You have to win this round for Empire. I swear to God. Get a 4v2.
Roll that time.
And Temp just got a little info. Oh no, my God. 2 versus 2 now.
I don't know where
They're picking
Shotzzy
them
is.
apart one by one. Shotzzy, please. Shotzzy, please. All right, they're able to take down 1. Now 1 versus 2 for Temp. And it'll go down. Oh, God, I was getting nervous. But Empire, they close it out. They get around on the board.
Nice read from Shotzzy here as well. Able to find it. I mean, he was the one player they didn't know where he was. He was playing on the bomb side the whole round. He goes back up. No, Temp's probably going to come for the challenge. Asim bullet down, but yeah, you just saw like the 2 free picks, and you're like, uh-oh.
Yeah, no, like I wanted to like gas that play from Shotzzy, but I was more just focused on whether they were going to throw away another round. That was just more of a thank God type thing than a what a great play. Like, jeez, that got a little bit more stressful maybe than it needed to. But Empire get the round win. 3-1 though to Thieves. iLLeY, a chance here, catch 1. TJ in the corner. Oh, he can't see what we can see, but iLLeY, he is very close to you. You can probably smell him. You can smell him.
Oh, I think he spotted him. He just backed away.
Stinky.
I don't know if he knows TJ's there, actually. I'm not 100% sure, but TJ's hanging out. You have Huke, who's kind of watching the A lane. Now, Huke might run into TJ as well. Meanwhile, there's a lot of action still with Shotzzy inside the B bomb site. Okay, and Huke's ready for it. Huke wins it, gives him the first blood.
Yeah. We went to like the third person cam. It looked like he shouldered wide enough. He saw him and got out of there. And then it was like, Huke, how about you take this fight? And he's able to win it. TJHaLy gets dropped. Him getting first blooded was where, well, Empire found success last round to get the victory. So after his ace in 1v3, TJ has been the victim of first bloods both rounds. Slasher will drop next. Temp last alive. Empire, another round victory. So the key to it is just get TJ off the map.
That's what we said.
And who was it? I mean, this is your key to victory. It was Huke, too.
That's what I said,
Oh,
man.
my God. It's like you know what's going on.
That's a good idea, you know. Do some research or read some stuff. Sometimes when you guess it goes right, it goes right. Everybody gets a little lucky.
Yeah. Shotzzy, what, 4 in a row for him, up to 5-3. Back-to-back rounds for Empire. Let's see what the defensive hold looks like, and it's going to be a bloodbath here. There's so many people flying at this plane. There should be early gunfights. I don't see. I
think there was.
I think someone was going to drop.
Slasher spotted iLLeY. So iLLeY had to back on down. Shotzy's just trying to stay alive. He's kind of isolated right now. He's going to get some help. iLLeY's under the plane watching him. TJ not ready for it. Shotzzy, now his turn. And this is kind of the second time they've done this. They've been playing with a lot of aggression up A. The 1v3 round where TJ was able to, win it, they actually got the first 2 kills with A aggression. They forced them into a tough situation by getting behind them on the right side of the map. They do it here again.
The tides have turned. The tides have turned. I mean, think about how different like these 2 maps are. Like, what? It's a hot start from Empire map 1. Thieves start to bring it back and close it out.
Look how close he is to
or Empire do. Here, Thieves, they get rolling. And now Empire's bringing it back. That's 3 in a row. You feel the shift in this map. Things starting to click. And, yeah, in 6 in a row, you got him and iLLeY working towards these streaks. But you are just like a kill away right now if you're Shotzzy. You find one more and, well, can you use the streak to actually make an impact on this map?
Yeah, it'll be tough. Obviously, maybe like the A site, but it helps every now and then. It's Shotzzy trying to pre-fire, get a wall bang. Doesn't connect. TJ taken down again, but Penny with a huge kill there. Able to take down the man on the streak. Temp with the trade, so forces a 2v2. Temp, though, very aggressive and inside the crate of Huke.
Temp now 1 versus 2. I know where he's at. Just trying to get out. Able to dodge the attack. We make the play against Crim and Huke. Huke able to gather up bomb. Now, how to Empire play this? He gets a spot, the double chow in, and that's beautifully done. Shots into Crim. Huke slides out and chows. wins it 4 in a row now for Empire. And I guess the thing that stood out to me the most, I mean, yes, Empire are clicking, but I don't think TJ's gotten a kill since the ace in the 1v3. I don't think he's gotten a kill.
He's up to 5, right? Yeah, he's still on 5. And the other part is he's been the man getting first blooded. That's the other thing. The guy looking for that kill. Yeah, they shut him down. Maybe he's just got to try and work something a little bit differently. Go back onto offense. And this time it's the opposite. It's not aggression towards the A side. It's actually aggression on the opposite end. But Kenny finds the first blood.
That's big. You need to slow this down. Empire running away with it. They had 4 straight rounds. Now you get that first blood. You finally have numbers, but it feels like the first time in, well, 4 rounds ago. They'll get the bomb plant down. Now Thieves in a good spot. Pushing up, though. It's going to be Shotzzy who's able to take down 1. Puts us to a 2 versus 2 now. Are Thieves going to throw away around with numbers? Is everyone just stacked up around the plane? Damage into both players, but no one falls yet. Huke with the peek, but TJ, a Guardian Angel, able to find it. Shotzzy soars in. 1 versus 1. Oh, dear God. Oh. Does he check it? Does he check it? He slides in and chows. Able to take him off the bomb as well. He didn't have a kill for 4 rounds, but he gets a big one there in the 1v1. And TJ able to win it, but for a second.
If he sticks that, does he have it? If he doesn't get off, is it done? I don't know. We would have to take
was that Kenny with the final kill?
Yeah,
I thought it was TJ.
Yeah, Kenny with the final kill.
It was Kenny. Sorry, Kenny with the final kill.
But Shotzzy was pretty darn close to getting that defuse. I would have to see it again.
Yeah, it's like do you expect the insta hop in that spot?
I don't even know if he saw. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So Kenny, my man, I'm sorry. It was you with the clutch. My apologies. And Kenny's now on 2 in a row, up to 8 and 6.
Much slower round here from Empire.
Just looking for something, not finding an angle yet. Hopper, I don't know if my mic's picking that up, but you see something outside.
He's getting pumped up. That's fine.
Yeah, he's fired up.
He's fired up. He loves this match.
They line up for Kenny. Takes down 1. The hero of the last round is the first blood in the next. We're all tied up at 4-4, and iLLeY's working the plant. Well, that's a nade right into his bum.
Another one.
And that's a second nade there, and 2 will take you down. Temp gets another, and he's just going to insta-hop this. Kenny needs to look over him. He does. Everybody from Empire falls. 5th round win on the board for Thieves. Now 1 round away from tying us up at 1-1.
What a match so far from Kenny. In map 1 leading the way with 30. Already double digits in map number 2. And some key gunfights off the start, giving them that first blood. But yeah, I mean, there's no trophy down. Dallas are kind of like, we're down a man. Let's just go for the plant, right? We know we can make some plays maybe around the plane. But iLLeY gets taken down. The nades line on up. And he flies through, finds the final 1.
4 in a row now at 10 and 6. Can Empire get this round win? Give us another round 11. Well, the question was, could they stop TJ? Well, they've shut him down now after the big play. So now can you slow down Kenny? We thought Temp might have to pick up the slack. It has been Kenny picking up the slack and more with a monster map. Not spotting anything, so going to back it up for now. Both sides playing very patiently.
Slowing it down. You don't have a lot of playing control. I was going to say, it's only Temp and Shotzzy, and Shotzi's going to switch up the position, so maybe Temp spotted him. He may not be ready for this reposition. To hear the audio cue, iLLeY is down low, right under the plane to help if it needs it. Is Temp going to check this? I'm not sure he is. Okay, he throws the shoulder, backs on up. There's the challenge, though. Slasher is there, but Kenny does get taken down by Crim.
I thought it was so good to just get that shoulder, get out quick, but Shotzzy chases it, gets the kill. 1v3 now for Slasher. 25 seconds to go. And Crim's got him. They take us to a round 11. Empire make the play. Shotzzy with that first blood. And yeah, no, you called it perfectly. Like the reposition, what he expected. And he does check it, but he just can't get out. Shotzzy's too fast.
And again, when a kill goes down, iLLeY, he's finding an opening. Like, that's one thing I've noticed with Dallas Empire. You know, some of the teams we watched on defense, they're playing a little bit back when they have the man advantage. Empire really finding the openings to make it life difficult for the players in that plane on offense.
And it's the young duo going off. 10 for Shotzzy, 10 for iLLeY. We know how much time they've put into search until the wee hours of the evening. All morning, sometimes.
It looked like
The first blood, so crucial here.
they were going to try to go for a fast B plant, and Kenny gets caught. Temp, though, with a fast trade. Temp got caught. He knows he has the bomb side available now. Shots coming in from Huke. Where's that one player? Shotzzy, he gets caught. That was the opening they were trying to find, and they've been finding. But this time they get caught. TJ, though, he's going to get taken down. Another trade. It's all on Criminal 1 versus 2.
And Crim make the play. Up against Slasher and Temp. Has to get the kills, work the defuse. There are 17 Thieves trophies on the map.
Yeah, right around there.
Here he goes. Big gunfight, wins it. 1 versus 1 now, 25 seconds to go.
Temp shot, so he knows his position. Temp thinks he's going to
He's
hunt
on
him.
it. He's on it. He's on it. And Crim's got it! He sticks it and Empire win the map to go up 2-0! What a play from Crim!
That is 200 IQ out of Crim.
No, dude, he had the first blood. He had the 1v2. The man was doing it all. Crimsix making the play. And yeah, I mean, it's tough for Temp there because not only do you think maybe he chases the kill, but you're also thinking if I fly to check bomb, I'm weak and he could just be holding it. Like, it's not just a chase. It's like, how do I get to check it if he's just L-triggering there by the bomb? So, like, Temp just is trying to wait for his health to come back, and Crim just with the insta-hop.
Temp's not weak. I mean, Crim's the one weak. I mean, Temp just shot. So he's thinking in a 1v2, after Crim gets the first kill, he's gonna heal up and then try to challenge him. But what does Crim do? He just backs away. Temp's thinking he's gonna hunt me down because there's only 20 seconds left. He knows he has to fly. And maybe Slasher's watching a kill cam, sees him sort of fly out outer wing, doesn't think he's going to double back and go for the defuse. Temp's just hoping he doesn't hop it.
Yeah. What am I saying? I was thinking for some reason he got a couple bullets into him too, but you're right. No,
I don't know. Crim was the one weak. Temp just shot. He shot, so he was afraid.
Yeah, I know Crim. I know it was. I was just thinking for some reason he put shots, but you're right. No, he didn't. So it's like, that's just it's a tough read, and it's a great play by Crim to just hop it, sticks it, wins it. It's what I mean. A game of clutches. He had the 1v3 ace from TJ, but you can forget about that one because it was Crimsix that gets the final say in that search and destroy. Clutches up in a big way. The first blood in the round 11, the 1v2 in the round 11. Crimsix getting it done. We're gonna look at the U.S. Army tactical play, and it's gonna be Crim himself. Let's check it out one more time.
Yeah. So because they're not basically very close to each other. So there's that first blood you were talking about. There's trades going around all over the map. But Temp sees Shotzzy sort of fly down. So he gets that bomb down. Would love TJ. I don't know. That's a bit of an overpeak, I think, right there from TJ. This is basically a 1v3.
Well, he gets a kill with the nade, I think, as he's speaking
yeah,
too.
So he spots Slasher. They kind of both back up. Temp is just making sure there's no defuse. But they're watching both. Yeah, well, not as many as Crim has in his shelf. But Crim wins this gunfight. And here's the thing. Yeah, Temp shoots. So what is there? 25 seconds left. That's plenty of time for Crim to heal up and also re-challenge the fight. So that's what Temp is gambling, is that because I shot, he's going to try and find me. He doesn't. He just sticks it. He wins them the map. And these have been two very close maps, but it's the clutch plays from Dallas that stand out.
Yeah, about 40 points separating them in the game one. A round 11 nail-biter there, but clutch after clutch from different teams. But it's Crimsix that gets it done. The man's made the most money in Call of Duty esports history for a reason. He is a beast, the GOAT, coming through to get the win. And this is absolutely massive for them. Up 2-0, looking for the #1 seed. We'll be back after this break.
The Call of Duty League is presented by T-Mobile, now America's largest and fastest 5G network. Set your sights on the competition with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G.
Dallas Empire have smashed the gates open.
Oh no, Huke is in you, mate.
Oh, it's a shot punch. Oh no! Once again, they saved the day.
Empire with the huge wins. They come on hot map 1. They closed it out. Crim clutches up massively in a round 11. What a play. Empire finally looking like the Empire we've been expecting. Thieves in trouble. How can Empire put the final nail in the coffin, close it out on control, be done with this series, take the #1 spot? But on your screen, a man on a mission. What a beast he is. But let's take a look at this kind of 2-on-2 matchup statistically. Slasher and Temp versus Huke and Crim. What do you see, Joe?
Oh, I mean, pretty, solid from all 4 players. So yeah, I think the one thing that stands out is maybe Temp's search, but they've been winning all their matches, right? Like, it's really hard to sort of critique anything. Obviously, Huke's been leading the way. We kind of talked about that, but Slasher and Crim, very solid man ARs, good numbers for them. Yeah, it's just like, when you're winning, it's really difficult you really have to find those little small things that you can change. But I don't know, man. It's two of the best teams in the game.
Yeah, I was saying how this is like kind of Thieves like really big first test against, who we expected to be another top team in the league, and so far just coming up a little bit short. Empire getting the plays, making the plays when it matters most. And well, speaking of like heroic plays and moments, this control on raid is where they brought it back and broke the back of NYSL. They have some special moments again.
Both teams undefeated on this map. LA Thieves 2-0. Only one time played for Dallas Empire, but it was that win. It was that comeback. Off the start, Temp able to get both players working towards the middle. The final 2 went towards B. TJ was able to find that. So it's pretty staggered right now for Empire. You have one player pushed up, but now they're going to get together with that kill from Crim onto Slasher. Still not a ton of progress made right now. Kenny
Nice
trying
trade.
to work the flank. And after that, they're probably going to get a couple of players on it. That might be the B point gone. We shall see.
Oh, yeah, this is about as good an opening as you could hope for towards B. Just beautifully done from Empire. I'll see if they can close it out. They got 2 bits of progress so far. 1 more to work. Thieves are going to throw more bodies at it. Now it's going to be iLLeY by himself. He will drop. That's going to be all 4 dead. So nice retake there from Thieves. Wonderfully done. But still, great opening from Empire. You just wish you could have closed out the point.
Yeah, TJ, I think he reflanked towards Zig, and he was able to find 1 kill. That sort of weakened the defenses on the zone. And you'll see this, just continued pressure on the flank of Empire. This time it's Temp. He finds 2. They're forcing them towards water. Now, LA Thieves know they've cleaned everything up. They're going to be towards ring. TJ's going to be the first one here. Can he at least find 1 kill? Able to do so. As Kenny looking over him. Kenny just shooting so well so far this series.
Temp 2, you saw the wall bang from top apartment. Now he chained together another 2 kills, and it's just back and forth we go. They spawn on A side, they go A. They spawn back B side, now it's just rally back and forth. Who can get there first and win the opening fights? Right now it's Temp, 6 in a row. As he's getting close to streaks, not going to happen. He will get shut down. It's back-to-back kills now for Empire. And they surge forward, and iLLeY's bullets are right onto Kenny's face.
Yo, watch that flank. Look who's creeping on up. It's Slasher. Slasher get a kill. He's trying to back away. Doesn't want to spawn them closer to ring. He's making sure they spawn B side. Every single time his team finds a kill, he backs up a little bit. Now Slasher knows #3. All 4 are in that position. He can flank if he wants to. Not going to do it. They're going to take the life advantage. They're going to try and hold down A.
Yeah, I mean, you have 6 lives. Only 2 people are going to get popped from Empire after they drop. So you've got 1 chance at this, really, with a 4-man crew. 1 real push until things get staggered. Every gunfight's so important. Shotzzy, can he get out of this somehow? Can he get out of this? I don't know how he's staying alive, but he's done it to this point. And Kenny will end up dropping. This is the last lives now for Empire. Now only 3. Shotzzy out of the mix. iLLeY somehow still alive as well. Not anymore. TJ drops him. Huke last alive now. Again, 7 lives on Thieves. And he will fall. Thieves close it out. Considering the, I mean, wonderful opening you had from Empire, what might end up being more important is the timely retake you had on B from Thieves.
Well, and what LA Thieves do so well is that transition on their defensive side, right? Sort of what we're seeing from Temp here. When they're done at ring, they know they're forcing them water spawns, they rotate. This is what every team is trying to do. And I don't know if we've seen a team really execute it the way that LA Thieves has, just time and time again. They're great on defense, and they're great at sort of, okay, we stop this push, we know we're going to the other zone, making sure they get those kills and forcing them where they want them to be.
Empire, big advantage in the series, but Thieves at least able to take the round 1. They're trying to bring it back. They need something to work with. I want to hear what the comps sound like. They haven't been in this hole at all this year, and they've got to dig themselves out of it. Let's go to an Astro listen-in with the Los Angeles Thieves.
Hey, I'm trying to help you.
No money, close money.
Yeah,
I'm coming in with you now.
2 on B. Mack 100 ender.
I'm getting on it. I'm getting on it.
Back tree, Crim. Fuck.
Yo, he's mid-pit, color.
I'm in the kitchen.
One A.
Back laundry. What's up, Crim? Back laundry.
On Sim.
Alright, I'm checking it.
Yep, could be money.
Yeah, full stairs, Shotzzy. You didn't tell me?
Go get it.
Oh, he's in kitchen. Come back to you, coast. 100% color.
I'm just looking mid.
Nice, go in.
Almost full stairs in my flank.
Yeah,
I'm about to push up with Teach.
What's midcourt? I have flank right now.
I have your help with Teach. I'm about to start across.
I'm getting top in kitchen.
I
Alright, flank.
should get this.
Yep, could be hitting
I
pillars.
don't see anything.
I'm alright there.
I don't see anything back here.
Jungle. Kyler weak.
Backing up.
Full stairs, Crim. What's close to midcourt, I think?
I don't see this guy jungle.
Yeah, laundry, one shot Kyler. Okay, full stairs, Crim. I spawned.
Kyler dead.
That's good, one got full stairs, Crim.
I'm trying to block that.
Okay, we're deep.
Oh, he's...
Anything that stood out for you, Joe, and listen in?
No, nothing really. I mean, just street communication. They were aware that they could come with their flank, but pretty calm on the LA Thieves side. Yeah, you couldn't really tell if they were frustrated or not. Just focused on this map.
Poor Shotzzy is like... Poor Slasher's like, where's he going to be on the other side of the map?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm right here. Hi. That's a frustrating death, I can imagine. He hits the his thumb as well.
Shotzzy
they
on
still
one
have
end.
to worry about him.
Yeah, you have Shotzzy on one end, though, but it's Temp on the other. And Temp, this is big because he's stopping the clock. The reason a repinch here is someone going to pick it up. Huke is fast on this. Very quick. They're not going to be ready for it. And I'm actually surprised because the LA Thieves, they do that pretty often.
Slasher's about to put his head through a wall. Empire making the plays, but you shot in the back by Shotzzy holding. You spawn up, you get to your power position, you get shot in the back by Huke. That didn't look like a fun sequence for Slasher, but
He just got shot in the back again.
okay, yeah. He's not having a whole lot of fun.
No, and I think like because he was like the man sort of watching the flight the first round. I think he had like 5 engagements in round 1. He was like 2 and 3. So he hasn't seen much this game. But they are down to 7 lives. Temp might be able to make the play. You would love that kill on the iLLeY if it was a little bit cleaner. Not gonna get it. Maybe that weakens them up. iLLeY, rise him.
Kenny hitting some shots, but it's 4 lives versus 10. Early Empire should get the round win here. They're all too familiar with the miracles that can happen on offense. They get 3 down. Empire putting him to bed. No lives remaining outside of Temp, and he will drop Empire. Tie us up at 1-1. Fantastic job there defensively.
Yeah, I mean, there was just a couple of key plays for LA Thieves. I think maybe that iLLeY, he was able to get 2 in Tiki, and then, you know, when you finally had some progression towards B, it was Huke on that wide flank. They weren't ready for it. They do a good job, so stellar defenses on both sides.
Yeah, and just the best play where Shotzzy is getting kills like that. It's just not. Yeah, I mean, incredible job. You're just being such a nuisance. Just you've got to worry about it. You're getting back into the map, and instead of running towards the point to help teammates, you're literally worrying about getting shot instantly. So great stuff there by Shotzzy. I know he's 10 and 13, but he had some big moments to stagger the pushes over and over again. Huke, though, will get the opening kill. Simp wins one towards the mid steps. And it looks like the focus on offense for Empire is going to be ringside early.
Well, they're getting flanked though. Temp though. Able to find that opening. Can he win the gunfight? Doesn't. Slasher though takes down Huke. Huke having another great map. He's on 21 kills when we were on board with him. No real progress made on either side for Empire. Shotzzy though and cut out, but Kenny off a spawn with an absolute beam takes him down. It's just really it's pretty staggered, right, from the Empire. It's sort of like, and they're getting picked apart on both ends.
Yeah, no, they really are. But there's still 45 seconds to work with. But Slasher now, maybe he's feeling better. He's on 5 in a row now. Not getting shot in the back 5 times in a row, so finally getting a little bit more involved in the action. And now he's going to look from Laundry down over Ring. Nice shots there onto iLLeY. Neither team really having a ton of success on offense. And you do have one player in Crim. He's over on the B side of the map, but he loses his one-on-one, so that'll be at least clear for now. Now you can hit Ring. So they're going to fly out. It's going to be TJ on defense that tries to get to his spot, and there's going to be a fight mid-cut that's going to be Shotzzy with a one-on-one. I think against Temp, that'll be big. We're kind of holding that down.
Yeah, but that kill right there on from TJHaLy, who basically guarantees that there's only 2 players on A, so they can sort of take their time. Shotzzy is trying to give them really bad spawns and does. He spawns them out court, so that basically stops the retake for LA Thieves. So A's going to come through. They get that extra minute. They're down a couple of lives, but now you have this setup from the LA Thieves. Can they find the openings? Nice trade from Kenny. Player will respawn up court and get in a position. You see Temp's position all the way back garage. He's making sure Kenny doesn't get flanked. And you're really just forcing Empire to have to flood through court, to have to flood through money. And with these XM4s set up with the cross, it can be difficult to do.
Empire is trying to chip away at the lives advantage as well, but there's only 50 seconds to work with, and the kills keep coming through now for Thieves. Grim can't win the one-on-one. Slasher gets the angle first. I'm dwindling. His Empire look desperately for an opening. The flank is here. Temp in from behind, and he gets out with his life. Oh, dude, on both sides, just that like lurk flank roll. Like it has been so. It's like fun to watch, but I'm sure not fun to play against.
I say both these teams doing a great job. LA Thieves especially. I mean, it's like their go-to. But here we go, an opportunity where you finally have full map control. That's going to be 4 dead. They're going to stack this. They only have 6 lives remaining.
Here we
7
go.
versus 6.
Here we go.
Now let's get the opening. The first player up is going to be Temp. 2 ticks are in. They have to get the contest. He has to go, and they get it. Look how fast
it's going. Oh my God! And that's like, it's not quite the same thing that happened against NYSL, but like they're down in lives. It seems to be no time, and you get that 3 or 4 down. You make that play. And that is sort of like what we were talking about on Checkmate. Like that moment like that doesn't really happen on that B point. You need another wave. You just get those kills, you stack it, it goes so fast. Unbelievable. Offensive round win from Empire. 4 in a row for Crim, 3 in a row for Huke. And it was what, a 6-7 life advantage that disappeared instantly as they pop off. Unbelievable.
I mean, that's just what we talk about. You can't have that 3-4 down scenario. You need to get some staggers in, get some of those trades. Just make it so you can't stack the point, so that doesn't happen. So when you come off spawn, you have time to get there.
And they avoided that well for a minute and a half. But it just takes one time, right? Yep. One time. And a team like Empire are going to make you pay. Now they just need to hold on defense. But it looks like they might have to hold for a very long time unless they're going to try for this A retake. It's what? Crim's still going to be holding over towards Tiki. The other 3 kind of fanned out across mid-map. iLLeY able to get a kill. Shotzzy as well. Progress on A, it was slow because you really only had 1-2 players there. But A ultimately will get finished. And now you've got 2 minutes and 20 seconds to work with. But That's a big set of kills, right, if you're Empire. Yes, you lost the point, but
look at the
you
map
get a nice
control.
life advantage.
Look at the
You're
map
up
control,
6.
man.
Exactly. You get after that point went through, it has been 6 straight kills for Empire.
They are just stuck in the back garage. You have one player holding Ring, one player holding Zig. Finally deal with Crim, who is in their spawn. That forces Empire to have to sort of, like, you know, rearrange their setup a little bit. iLLeY trying to do what he can, but that's going to be 3 dead. So they get some map control. Shotzzy, he stays alive. He's on a 5 spree. This could be streaks. If he gets this kill, this is streaks for Shotzzy. And he's going to connect. He finds the artillery.
Shotzzy going big when it matters most. Looking to close them out here. They got to hold for 90 seconds, and literally they're trying to avoid the exact same thing that just happened to Thieves. You cannot go 3 or 4 down, but what? You put the other team 3 down. That works out brilliantly. Kenny still going to hold top apartment, though. 2 players coming off spawn for Empire, just trying to get back. Make sure the trades are on point.
I mean,
you can't have one single blunder.
You can, though, because you have streaks. You have streaks, so you can have a blunder. That's
true.
The
That's
thing.
true. It lets you have one mistake.
Yeah, you can have that mistake. That's the problem. The life advantage is so big. Even when LA Thieves get on this, I think it's done. Just with Shotzzy earning those streaks, I think it's over. They have no progress at B. I think you just wait for him to get on it. Yeah, I mean, he's going to call in the missile. This will just waste some time. He won't find any kills. Maybe if he can get it into money, but not going to connect with anything, but he still has artillery. It'll help them regain map control.
And think about it, like Shotzzy, I know he's only 19 and 29. Not the flashiest thing, but the fact he gets streaks. He's spent more time in the opposing team's spawn just getting in their heads. He has been wonderful. Then Huke, plus 10, 36 bomb. Maybe looking for, I think, our 4th 40 bomb. If he can get there, there's not enough lives on Thieves for it to happen. It should be done. Empire, they come out swinging. They battle for the top spot in their group. And with a couple more kills, they'll get it done. There you go, Empire. Your reigning champs come out and 3-0 slap Thieves. What a brilliant series it was. Unbelievable. The Crim 1v2. Shotzzy getting the streaks. Huke in the hard point and the control. Like, it is just, man, that would be the first time where we really saw Empire playing at their best over a series. And that was awesome to watch.
Well, I mean, yeah, I think watching Raid Control, you know, some of the maps that we've watched this week, and there's been a lot of chaos. I think especially just on the offensive round, you see how top teams can really manage the map and just make it so difficult for offenses to deal with. Some of the best control we've seen all year between our 2 teams. But yeah, Dallas Empire say, yeah, we're still #1. We're able to take that, have a couple of rough series. The big reverse sweep, though, I mean, I don't know, man. It just feels like that momentum, it didn't stop.
Yeah, it's like one of those things where, oh God, it's almost like when you talk about I don't know, losers bracket run at a double elimination tournament. Like you know, a team cruises through winners. They have to play this team that has been tried and tested on this crazy losers run, and it's hard to deal with. Like, Thieves have sort of cruised to their spot at the top. Empire have battled in what feels like every single series, especially that one versus NYSL.
Huke,
They've just been tested, man.
38, he's got 6,900. He is unbelievable right now.
Yeah. The guy is a monster, an absolute monster, and that's what it looks like when Empire really start to click. And I'll tell you what, I think I've second-guessed them a bit over the course of this week. I think a lot of people have, just considering they were the reigning champs coming in and all the expectations behind what they were going to do. But there's a reminder, 3-0 over Thieves. Empire, man, they look very, very frightening heading into our first major jump.
Yeah, and I guess for LA Thieves, you locked up the top 2 spot. You got the winner's bracket. Would you love first place? Yeah, but I guess ending on a loss, to me, isn't the worst case. You've been challenged where, like we talked about, they really haven't been. I think that's a good motivation. And in my head, looking at the bracket, they'll probably play Guerrillas. And then on the other side, you'll have that OpTic NYSL game that we talked about. So, Empire and Atlanta FaZe, the top 2 all year last year, they get top 2. They will have those winners bracket buys. But those first round matchups, they're going to be some doozies.
Yeah, no, they certainly are. But we're going to take a look at our scuff play of the game, and it's going to be that wild round. Crazy, back-breaking rounds. Empire keep managing to find on raid control. It's going to be another one, man. Just you think they're in so much trouble. It's what? It was 13 lives to 7, 12 to 6. Like, Thieves looking good. And then that 1, 3, or 4 down. Empire find it again.
Yeah, so iLLeY picks up Pem. Pem's the man that can ruin that play, but they're aware of the flank. And then Crim gets 2. Crim also got the opening kill of the guy on the apartment, and Huke stays alive. I mean, it's just individual battles everywhere. It's Huke inside a kitchen. It's Crim to get them out of spawn. Then Crim opens up low water by finding a player and cut out, and they stack it. It just forces them in a situation where they have to sprint. It just goes so quick when all 4 are alive. There was just no trades.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was similar when they did it against NYSL in the sense of like iLLeY made a play around kitchen, Crim got a double water side, and they just shifted it all. Like, it was a very similar thing. I know a little bit different, but like Crim with a massive 2-piece when they need it most to clutch up and win around. That is just so painful to lose if you're Thieves. I do, this Empire team, man. It's been frustrating to watch at times. It's been frustrating because you know how good they can be. And there you saw it, what a stacked and talented team it is. But let's take a look at our final Group A standings. That is how it will play out. Empire with the throne sitting atop.
Yeah, Empire and Thieves both 4-1. I mean, what, New York really the surprise? You thought maybe Minnesota with what we heard coming into the Group A, that you thought they were going to get top 3. You know, the bottom 2, London not having 0, I think this group could get really interesting if London has 0, just because we know how good of a player he is. And he just had to make a last-second roster change, right? And then back to Group B, like we talked about, Atlanta FaZe 5-0. Chicago, they're going to be facing off against NYSL in winners round 1. Guerrillas will play LA Thieves. Well, the major just a couple of days away.
I think they're actually getting the bracket ready right now. I wasn't sure if we were going to check it out or have to wait for the desk, but I think they've got it ready to go, and we're going to take a look at it. So for those of you at home, you can see how your squad, how your home team is going to stack up, who they're going to face off against, what day they're going to play, because it's going to be a little bit staggered with some people starting at different spots in the bracket. Let's look at it. Our first major coming up this Wednesday. This is how it breaks down for our 12 CDL teams. I can't wait, man. This is going to be a blast.
I mean, look at the top side of winners bracket. I mean, OpTic NYSL. I mean, either or for Empire will be a very tough matchup. Atlanta FaZe will be waiting for the winner of LA Thieves and Guerrillas. And don't count out Guerrillas. They played really well yesterday. They're a tough search and destroy team. We know they can be. And then down low, Surge taking on the Mutineers in round 1. Ultra against the Royal Ravens. And you never know with losers bracket runs when you can get momentum going. Every single match can get tough.
Well, let's take a look at the schedule. I mentioned, we'll have a lot of days. Obviously, Wednesday through Sunday, the broadcast. This is how day 1 is going to start off. So you're going to have 2 of the elimination matches. First, Ultra versus Ravens. Ravens haven't found any success yet. They're winless. Ultra look promising out the gate, and they've kind of fallen apart over their last couple of matchups to be in this spot. And then you'll have Surge versus Mutineers. I mean, the 4 teams at the bottom, 4 teams that have just really, really struggled over the this week, really. Like, just it's been a bad week. And now, what are they playing for? There's some cash on the line, $500,000, $500,000 up for our first major, and that's how it will break down. Money split across the top 8, but for first place, 200 racks.
And every time we show one of these, I'm like, that's just a couple of years too early, you know? $100,000 for a tournament? All right. Just, it's a lot of money.
Oh, man. Yeah, no, it certainly is. But incredible from Empire. Incredible. Just think about these past couple of matchups. The comfort behind victory over NYSL. The 3-0 of Thieves to get into the first spot. Empire get it done. The major is around the corner. Before we're done, we're going to have Miles sitting down with Shotzzy on the other side of this break.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the COD League. It's now time for your Game Fuel Victory Spotlight. I am joined by Shotzzy of the Dallas Empire. Dude, the last time we spoke was what? I think I was giving you your Astro MVP trophy for the 2020 season. Now, congratulating you on a banging 3-0, bro. Congratulations. How you feeling?
Appreciate that. Feeling good. You know, since last time we talked, you know, it's been a ride so far in the beginning of this season. You know, we've had our ups and downs, and I'm just excited that we were able to finish it off with a 3-0.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a rough week at times. Like, there was no doubt about it. I think we were talking about on the desk, and I've seen a lot of talk online. Like, everyone maybe, I wouldn't say doubting you guys, but losing confidence in Dallas as a top-tier team. After that 3-0, like, where do you guys see yourself, and how do you feel about those haters?
You know, this week obviously wasn't our best week. You know, prior to this week, I feel like we played our best in terms of like respawns, and you know, for some reason it wasn't matching, or it wasn't clicking in today's or this week's matches, and I'm not sure why. You know, I'm glad that we were able to finish it off with 3-0, and you know, I'm glad that we were able to prove everyone wrong, and I'm just excited to play our next major.
Yeah, right on. So the next week, of course, the major coming up. You're now locked in. The seeds are done. You're in winners bracket round 2. You will be playing the winner of OpTic versus NYSL. Do you have any thoughts about that match? Who you'd rather face, maybe?
Yeah. I mean, I'd obviously like playing against OpTic just because of the the viewers and all that good stuff, and I would love to play Clay as well. You know, we played last time. It was really close. So regardless of who we play, I'm excited, and I just can't wait.
Right on. It's going to be a good series, whatever happens. We're so pumped to get into that major, and I mean, like, we as fans, as casters, like, we were so excited about this. Like, we cannot imagine how, like, almost maybe nervous attention or nervous anxiety, like, getting ready to go into those tournaments. Do you feel any of that, or are you just cool as a cucumber? You're a 2-time world champ across different games, but like, what's it like for you?
Yeah, no, COD is definitely one of those things where, like, if it's really close respawns, you know, the adrenaline comes in, but like, you know, going into the match, I'm always confident. You know, I never get the you know, anxiety or whatever you call it, and you know, like, yeah, but that's it.
Dude, that's why you're a world champion and I'm not, mate. Thank you very much for the chat. Congrats again on the 3-0. Hopefully next time I talk to you, it'll be another big victory like this, mate. Take care. Thank you very much.
Likewise, thank you.
That was Shotzzy. What a big win, truly. Now sitting firmly in winners round 2 for the upcoming major. Very, very interested to see how the rest of the week unfolds. Again, major's coming next week. Don't go anywhere. Don't worry, we've still got some more Call of Duty coming your way. We're still going to be talking about the day's action, the breakdown. Super week may be over, but that doesn't mean that we don't have to stop talking about it. Surely, we come back after this break, a little bit more CDL loving in the headquarters. Don't go anywhere.
Dallas Empire have smashed the gates open. Oh no, Huke is in your base. Oh, it's a shot punch. Oh no! Once again, they saved the day.
They say credit belongs to the man in the arena who spends himself in a worthy cause. The glory is reserved for the few who, no matter what, answer the call to enter the arena. It echoes out, reverberating across the globe. It only acts to reach the bold, never the timid. The call delivers victory to the deserving and rewards the devoted. For when your time comes, there is only one option. Enter the arena. Fight for the call.
And just like that, Super Week is done. 7 days of insane Call of Duty action here, culminating on CDL Sunday. What a wild ride this really has been. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the headquarters, brought to you by USAA. And I don't know about you boys, but I have lost years of my life in an insane ride. Like, these games have been crazy. Now that they're done, we finally have our bracket. Let's take a look at that bad boy, because it is a thing to behold. It is truly a thing of beauty. We are making history here, friends. And I don't know about you, but all this looks good to me. All this looks fun. Do you have a faith?
Yeah, I mean, it's really tough. You know, I was looking at it and I was like, is anybody just like super excited about their route? And, you know, it's really hard across the board, right? Everybody has a really tough matchup, but I guess I would have to go with FaZe. You know, you have Guerrillas and Thieves playing each other. Winner is going to play you. And, you know, if you look at Thieves, they have been very, very strong. But if you're FaZe, I feel like, you know, after watching that game, you think you can edge them out, right? So I think that they'd rather play Thieves than OpTic at this point, because obviously that OpTic match was just so close. The respawns OpTic were, you know, pretty much having their way with FaZe. So I guess I'd have to go FaZe, but heavy caveat there, because all these are extremely difficult.
Scary stuff, man, like all around. Jay, what about you? Anything you like there?
For me, I don't think it's an easy road, man. I think I'm going to go with New York. They have to start off the tournament with OpTic. Then if they win that, they have to go to Dallas. And then if they win that, they might have to play FaZe. Just nothing but big dog after big dog after big dog. And, like, the reason why I have so much faith in these guys is because they could have went 5-0 this week. They could have went undefeated in maps, 15-0, but they just choked. They did not have those closing moments to close up these maps. But I feel like for this team, starting off on a hot note versus a team like OpTic is exactly what they need going into the major.
You're crazy,
Scary stuff
Jay.
as well, man.
Yeah. I'm telling you. It's my dark horse for a reason.
Jay's just a fan. He can't hide it. I love that, though. I respect it. But look, this is going to be wild. And look at the lower bracket as well. I mean, we're stacked top to bottom. It's bad. You don't want to drop lowers. You really don't. And again, the team's down there. Like, they're gunning for each other. So it's going to be non-stop excitement all week long. Again, that major coming to devices, televisions, wherever you watch this right now, wherever you are, immediately. It's coming to you soon. We're going to be looking at our Super Week superlatives now, because a lot happened, boys. Tons went down this week. We have learned more about the 2021 season in this week, or we haven't, who knows, this week, but like bar none. So we've taken a ton of information, we've taken all that data, and we've kind of crammed them into little categories. So we're going to show you those in just a moment. But like the takeaways from this week have been wild. So this is what we got. These are our CDL Super Week superlatives. Who are the kings? It's Atlanta FaZe. 5-0 map record, 15-6 in their game records, and when it comes, and 6-1 in S&D. Simp also a 1.21, which is third overall in the KDs. Boys, have you got the information in front of you? I'm not sure if you do. I got all this stuff. I can read this bad boy off, but what's your favorite there? I mean, you got Rising Stock, Paris, Slump, Ravens not looking great.
Yeah, I think Smooth Operator Slasher, man. We talked about it earlier, like who is the best AR in the league, and a lot of people making arguments for it. My pick obviously was Slasher prior to them losing that, but he's been great. He's been consistent, so I'm gonna go with Big Slasher there.
And for me, it's going to be the Rising
He's also
Stock.
got an average of 1 minute 30 in hardpoint time as well, which is second across the entire league. He's got 1.16 in hardpoint KDs as well. Overall, that's like 9th, I think, which is still really impressive. But yeah, there's a lot of information there. Huke being the main slayer. I'm reading my screen over there as well, boys. Like, the reality of the situation is, you know, we're not really in this room together, but you know what's going on there. But yeah, man, Jay, any big ones there for you, brother? I mean, it's been a crazy week.
Yeah, no, it's the Rising Stars, man. The Paris Legion, they have stepped up phenomenally since their first match. They got 3-0 in their very first game versus OpTic, but ever since then, every single match, they just have been getting better. And I'm excited to see what these guys are able to do at a major, because this is the last team that was formed throughout the entire CDL. Not a lot of teams have these guys higher up, like, so they're not doing as much studying on them. But you could just tell the confidence from left to right on that roster. They're all feeling it. They're getting into these games, and I'm excited to see how they can progress going into the major.
Yeah, man, it's going to be very, very exciting. Speaking of that major, we do have a schedule now, ready to rock and roll. The pieces are all set. Our board is ready. It's about time we get to put those pieces to action. This is it, the CDL first major, presented by the US Army. This is the Wednesday schedule. Up first, going to be Toronto Ultra versus the London Royal Ravens. Again, these are the elimination matches. The first round of the elimination. This is it, but you're going home penniless. Seattle Surge, Florida Mutineers on the other side of the board. Man, I mean, it's going to be a big one. It really will. We also actually have Thursday's games. I have Thursday's first few matches as well, which is going to be LAT versus LAG first. And after that, we go straight across to Chicago, New York. And then we do 2 more elimination matches on Thursday as well. Paris versus, you know, whoever wins one of the top ones. And then the bottom one as well, whoever wins that. Very, very excited. Speaking of Dallas. Oh, I mean, it's non-stop. Here it is. I mean, I was reading it. There it is. It's all here, boys. It's all here. This is Thursday's games. Yes,
dude, I just have to say this. Those Wednesday games, guys, everybody, when you tune into the Wednesday's games, those are the roster change games. Like, people who lose that game, they're immediately looking at what are they going to do with their team. So, I mean, we're going to have constant stories evolving throughout the weekend. You can see Thursday right there. We have some bangers, winners round run coming up. It's going to be great.
Oh, my God. The roster change games, like, I might put that in the calendar instead of like, oh, major day one, and be like, say goodbye to some of your favorite players in the league. Close that book. Well, I mean, you boys know you've been there. When it comes to tournament time, it doesn't work out. Jay, I'm sorry. I know that you've been on multiple rosters. I know Ant's dropped you a few times.
Yeah, he dropped me a lot, but every time I've always come back and beat him, so it's okay.
5 championships, Jay. You have 1.
Oh my God! Right, I've heard enough. I don't know how Lottie does this, where she's got a gavel or whatever, but we've had enough. Look at the size of that finger, guys. Thank you so much for sticking through Super Week with us. It has been a true pleasure from everyone here in the CDL. On behalf of myself, Study, Nameless, all the other casters, the people behind the camera, and the people in the cloud, you in the crowd. Let's do this all again next week for the major. Don't go anywhere. Same time, same place, same channel. Can't wait. See you next time.